back. I did use a couple of new products. Pretty new to me, but definitely new to the channel, ones that I haven't used on the channel yet, so that you guys can kind of test them out with me and see how they work and if it might be anything that you're interested in picking up in your next shopping haul. I just finished doing this look. It was an eyeshadow look using one eyeshadow color. Yes, this whole look was done with one eyeshadow color. If you want to know which color I chose and how I blended it and how I did everything and all that other fun stuff, then stay tuned, babies. Ever just have like the hops all day? I'm gonna do my face primer just to get that started, even though I'm definitely not doing my face makeup first. Gotta do my eye makeup. So just using my Backlight Primer. So I've seen the look that I'm gonna be doing. By the way, my sound quality is not fantastic today because Derek, I guess, was gonna be needing the mic today, like within the next 15-20 minutes, so he was gonna be using it, so I couldn't steal it. That's what happens when he has a day off. He films stuff too. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I've seen this look that I want to do like on Instagram and stuff. Basically, I'm thinking I'm just gonna call it like the one eyeshadow color look, because I'm literally just gonna be using one color but like different dimensions and depths of it. But it'll literally just be one color. So could be a really easy look or it could be really difficult. I don't know. I'm really interested in seeing how it turns out. But first, gotta prime my lids. And I'm using Painterly per usual. Go ahead and prime under my lids too, while I have this out so I don't have to do it later. Okay, this next product I actually just put out today an Instagram video. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, why not? But I'm just kidding. Go follow me on Instagram. Go look at my video, because in my latest video, I used this very widely talked about Dermacol concealer. I know that if you guys have Facebook or even if you have Instagram, you have definitely seen people use this. It's the one that's supposed to famously cover up tattoos without difficulty. So I used this actually to cover up my tattoos, my eyebrow tattoos. The line, like, I would be super happy with them if my forehead came up a little bit higher, and maybe that's just me needing to get a little more disport done. I don't know. They droop down just a little bit more than I would prefer. You stop right now. So what I've been doing is I've just been covering up the ends and taking them just a little bit higher, the arch a little bit higher, and I thought, gee, I'm gonna try this Dermacol and see if it's really as amazing as they say and if it can cover it up well. When I opened up the package, it sort of exploded a little bit. Like, I don't know if the pressure on the tube was just too much. Sort of like pushed out a little bit too much product. So I had to put it on a little dish just because it came out like way more than I was willing to lose. So I put on a little dish and I've just been tapping into this kind of reserved amount. So I just put a little bit there on my brush to start with, and then I just dab it here at the ends. And again, you'll see me do this in the Instagram video if you just go watch that, but I can explain in a little bit better depth because obviously those are super quick. I don't know if I'd say it's quite as insane and easy coverage as they claim, like on all the videos, and how much it just like covers up in one pass. It definitely covers, and here I am using a little bit more than I did last time, but it's not like the one swipe and it's covered and amazing. No, it's not quite like that. However, it didn't crease yesterday, and it did, I think, do the job. And I wanted it in this really light color. I have it in the lightest. I think it's like 08 is the lightest color or something. So yeah, I need to figure out what to do with my brows, because I mean, obviously I should get in for a little bit more disport just to tighten up what's going on in my forehead, but I don't know if that's ultimately going to be what helps my brows and raises them a bit. I mean, I don't mind doing this, and my makeup takes a long time as is. It'd be nice if I didn't have to do this every day, but I'm kind of used to it. And while I have the setting powder out, I'll just go ahead and put it all over my lids to press in that primer. So they do look like obviously crazy right now, but I'm gonna do my brows real fast and show you that they will look a little bit less crazy. Oop, I didn't really conceal this under part here. But they will look a little bit less crazy once I actually put pencil on them, which, by the way, I got a new Precisely My Brow pencil. That NYX one just Sorry, it's not that it was bad, but it just doesn't cut it with this one. This one is just amazing. All right, I'll be honest, this took a little longer than typical. I know I'm editing it out, but I had to redo and reline, and I still feel like this one's a little higher than this one, but they're sisters, not twins, and that's how they'll stay. Lids are already primed and setting powder has been pushed in, so we will go ahead and just go right into color. Okay, so this is a palette I'm in the process of making. I just have this little Tarte magnetic palette, and then a few colors inside that are just ones that I've been gravitating to lately, and I still have to fill it, but I think I'm going to use this one. What color is this? They all look, some of these look super similar. So this is Swiss Chocolate from MAC, and I really like it because it's brown, but it has a little bit of a red undertone, so that'll satisfy my need for some red without being too crazy. Just picking up a nice fluffy tapered blending brush. Now this is gonna, since this is just the one color eyeshadow tutorial that I'm doing here, this is gonna be the only color we use. So this is my transition color, this is my crease color, this is my definition color, this is going all over, but I still wanna make what's kind of a dynamic look without using more than one color. It's kind of my challenge. So I'm just getting a little bit on the brush to start and just building it up into the crease as my transition shade. I actually just got this color the other day and I really love it, because like I said, it's a good neutral color because it is technically a brown, but it does have, like, looking up against it with other reds, you can see it does pick up some red tones to it as well. So I want a little bit more, so I'm picking up just a smidge more. It is such a pretty one. I really like it. Alright, so I think as far as building it up as a transition shade, I'm almost done here. It's kind of funny to call it a transition shade at this point since it's the only shade, but still gotta take it in the usual steps. Now I'm going to get another tapered blending brush. This is my Morphe M575, and I'm gonna pop the color a little bit deeper into the crease. So I'm gonna be picking up a little bit more color this time. And I'm not taking the color too far down. I'm just really sort of pushing whatever is left in this area down. And I'm really trying to push the majority of the product up so that it does give my eyes a little bit of a lift. You know, being a hooded eye person. Now I'm really just trying to blend this well into really where we've concealed and just used a little bit of setting powder. I think that looks pretty good. What do you guys think so far? Is this like, is it crazy? I mean, I'm thinking about going just a smidge darker right at the outer corner to really build that. So I'm actually just gonna take a smaller tapered brush. I wouldn't really call it a pencil brush. It's not quite tight enough to be a pencil brush. Just a little tighter tapered brush, maybe more of a better crease brush, and really just taking the same color, of course, building it up into the outer corner and pushing it out. And then it'll look really good and grungy when I do the bottom portion. Almost grabbed a different color, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. Not on purpose, it was an accident, but I was like, oh crap, wrong color. Okay, so for my face makeup, obviously we primed before we even did our eyes. I have a couple of new products I want to show you guys that I'm actually really excited about. I picked up the other day the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I know you guys have seen me test the Milk Makeup Cool Water Stick. I love that stuff. I actually use it still to this day when it's like really hot outside, and I just feel like my face needs a little extra hydration. If I either haven't worn a lot of, if I have worn a lot of makeup, I'll just take it off and just use that cool stick. It feels amazing. So actually it says that the blurring effect is best done when it's rubbed in with your fingers. So all I do is I put it on my face where I want to use it, or really where I want to have the best blurring effect, and that's where my biggest pores are. It's just a great mattifier. I'll be honest, I kind of just use it everywhere. And then once I feel like I've coated it pretty well, I just rub it in. Just to make sure it's really gotten all over and there's no clumps or anything. And then before I use my foundation, I now have the Marc Jacobs Color Correcting Stick. I have this in Covert Affairs, covering up redness, which I tend to have in the majority of my face, even though I have yellow undertones. So this is just a yellow and green color. You just rub it kind of right over the areas you want it to conceal. And it does apply really easily, which is nice. I wasn't sure if I was gonna have to like rub it really hard or like press down super hard. And this one also, I just rub in with my fingers. Along with the blur stick from Milk, I bought Milk Blurring Foundation. They say that this also has blurring and matte technology along with the blur stick. So the two of them together is, I guess, supposed to be obviously the best result, but you can get good results using either one, I think, independently also. I really wanted to test this anyways because I'd heard a lot of really good things. So I'll go ahead and use it with you guys. Now here's what I've learned from using this. A little bit goes a long way. So build up as opposed to just assuming you're gonna need a lot. So for instance, I'll just show you, I did that tiny line there on my forehead. And again, fingers, they said are the best way to blend this, but look at how much that already spread out to be, okay? So don't assume that you're gonna need a lot. And I'm talking about even for full coverage. I don't think I'm gonna have to add much more than that. Actually, it does a pretty good job of laying well with a finger application. So I'm just going to blot with my beauty blender anywhere where it seems like it might be a little streaky. But honestly, you guys, look, it's like, I feel like it laid down pretty well. And you guys will be shocked to know that I use this in Golden Light. Like, that's amazing. It's usually, I use colors like Incredibly White and Snow and Are You There? Do you have any blood flow to your body? All right, so let's conceal. Just using my Shape Tape still. And I think I am gonna use a little bit of my Kat Von D concealer too, just right there under my eyes. Just for a little extra brightness. All right, I feel rather concealed. Okay, so I also just got a Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation Stick. And I have this in the color Tan Sand because I'm so tan. Because I'm gonna use this as a helper for my contouring. So you can tell it's kind of a warmer toned tan. But I really use it to kind of highlight the lines where I ultimately need to blend it with. And I will apply something differently with my nose because the stick is a little bit too large to outline my nose with. So now with the Tarte Pro Glow palette, I'm gonna take my contour brush, my little Lisa Frank contour brush, so cute. And I'm gonna grab just a little bit of that Sculpt powder, this one here, and just begin to buff out that line. Sort of bringing it down a little further and then pushing it right back into the hairline again. And then just to highlight, no surprise, I'm just using my strobe powder. Oh, hello, I didn't do my nose. Let's contour my nose real fast. For that, I'm just gonna take, it's just really thin. This is kind of long. I guess it'll work. But just kind of this long, thin, carving out brush here. And I'm just gonna tap it into the powder. Drag it along, and then same brush, just blend it. So let's do our highlighting. I'm just gonna use actually a normal blush brush, not my little buffing brush. And you guys, I'm keeping with my promise of only using one color on my eyes because I really want to add some highlighter, but I won't do it. Okay, so all that's left now is to finish my eyes and do my lips and my lashes. I'm just gonna go right back in, taking my little Wales crease brush, same color, Swiss Chocolate. Now I'm gonna take a small flat definer brush, same color, Swiss Chocolate, just dabbing it and taking it right to the lash line. Now, you guys, last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this fluffy brush that I used to apply it as the transition shade and just take the side and just run the side over any dark line I may have made or dark, like a harsh line, just to blend it perfectly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Lights Camera lashes. All right, so because you guys know I absolutely hate putting on stroke lashes, I'm gonna do that absolutely last, and let's do my lips now. Just using the same Sinker Suede pencil, quickly becoming one of my favorites. And now using my favorite nude lip color, Sugar, from Bare Minerals. Okay, so the look is done. I put on my lashes. I have to say, you know what? I think putting on my lashes has been less of a hassle since I got this really great applicator. This is from Tarte, but really good tweezers, applicators for it. Just sandwiches them perfectly and really aligns it right. And yeah, so still hate like the heaviness of having them on, but the application has been much easier since using those. So yeah, you guys, here's the completed look. Really wanted to showcase and highlight just using one eyeshadow color to create the whole thing. Ooh, it's like hiccuped in the middle of that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys liked the look. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I'd love to have your feedback that way. And be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you can be sure of every time I upload anything new to the channel. Thanks again so much. Bye.